Welcome in the Leighton Innovation Podcast. My name is Valérie Thijs, and in this series I speak with forward-thinking entrepreneurs and discover how innovation and sustainability play a key role in their businesses and of course the impact it has on our society and world. My guest today is Birk Vanderweeën. He is the General Manager of Legend Biotech Europe. Welcome, Birk.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit more about Legend Biotech. Can you share the story and the vision behind?
Okay, sure. So Legend Biotech, we're a global biopharmaceutical company specialized in cell therapies, and we're actively seeking for transformational treatments for mainly in the area of oncology. So basically what we do is we use cell therapy to fight cancer. And our vision is really to activate the patient's own immune system to fight cancer. So this is basically our activity.
Okay. Now, what is your story? Because I can imagine that you already had several different positions, maybe within the company or other companies. So tell me about your story.
Yeah. So my story is I have quite some experience in different global biopharmaceutical companies. And when I heard about Legend, the therapy that they are developing and the technology they are developing, I was really inspired by that. And I said, okay, I want to use the expertise that I have built over the years to help to bring this therapy to patients in Europe. It's an innovative, amazing therapy, and the fact of starting from scratch, building something from zero, and building a leading cell therapy company was really kind of my drive to make the move to Legend.
Okay, you say building from scratch. So you started a company here, or did it already exist in the US, or
yeah.
how?
So the company existed in the US. Basically, Legend was founded in 2014. There were a couple of scientists, really creative, innovative scientists, who discovered a completely new therapy. Exactly the therapy to activate patient's immune system to fight cancer. So that was done in 2014, and the product was quite impressive. And in 2017, Legend made a partnership with Janssen, with Johnson & Johnson, to further develop this product. But in Belgium, there was nothing, basically. So I started as the first employee in Legend Belgium with the mission to start up our European organization.
Okay, so I hear you talk about Johnson & Johnson. Janssen Pharmaceutica is well known in Belgium. So this is a very close collaboration.
Yeah.
How important is it to work closely with other partners?
Yeah, indeed, it's a very close collaboration. Kind of Legend invented the product, but as we were still a very small company, a couple of tens of people, we didn't have kind of the capabilities to further develop this product. So we went in the partnership with J&J. Legend being small, fast, creative, innovative, and J&J bringing a lot of expertise and global presence. So we went into that partnership, and this has allowed us really to grow very fast and in a very short period get our product approved and bring it to patients. So basically from 2014 we started, and in less than 10 years, we had an approved product for the treatment of cancer that we could bring to patients. And this is because of the synergies between the two companies.
Tell me, how is it to run a part of an international, very innovative company from Belgium? We are a very small country. We have a lot of bright minds working here. Janssen is one part of it, of course, certainly in the pharmaceutical industry. How is it to run a company that's so innovative, but started in a completely different culture, and how do you work together?
Yeah. Well, the reason we came to Belgium, the reason where Legend decided to create our European footprint here, is because Belgium has quite a good reputation in biotech, in pharma more generally, but certainly also in biotech. So we came here because we were convinced here we had the right ecosystem. Until now, really, this proves to be right. I started 2 years ago. Now today we are with 300 people basically in Legend Belgium.
Wow!
And a lot of strong profiles basically. People with PhDs, masters, bachelors, and we are really delivering on our passion, because with those people, we've been able in less than 2 years to build a factory, get the factory approved by the Belgian authorities, and actually in 1 month, before the end of the year, we will be serving our first patient. So an incredible fast track, and basically because we have the right people here with the knowledge and the passion to make this happen.
Wow, this is really impressive. Now, how is it to be an entrepreneur in Belgium? The climate is good, I know, but it's a very complicated country. We have a lot of legislation, rules. How is it on Belgian level, federal or maybe even regional level? How is it for you?
Yeah, and this I think was a big challenge, but there's also, once we started, we got a lot of advice, and we could also get the advice, of course, and the experience of J&J. But we got support, we got the right advice, and to be honest, I think we felt a lot of support from everybody around us. We found a lot of support from the Flemish government, from Flanders Investment and Trade, from the city of Ghent, for example, to help us to make a success out of our adventure. Also from schools, from universities. I think what we do is quite inspiring, and we're making a medicine for a disease where there currently is no hope for patients, and people want to be part of that. And even the broader ecosystem, they supporting us in becoming a success. So we didn't feel kind of big hurdles till now. We feel that everybody thinks with us and helps us to make a success out of our adventure, I must say. Yeah.
Now, there's a war on talent. Where do you find 300 people who are specialized in a way that you can use them in your company? It's amazing.
Yeah, indeed, there's a war for talent. But I think we are a very special company. We're new, we're entrepreneurial, we're creative, we value people a lot, and we have an amazing product, and people want to play a role in that. And people come to us with a passion and with the purpose, and that I think it's really important. And yeah, for the moment we actually don't have a big issue in attracting the right people. Having said that, we're in a completely new area of healthcare. It's cell therapy. It's not a traditional small molecule or large molecule. It's cell therapy. So we attract people, but we also invest a lot in training and in building the capabilities. And that I think it's also what makes cell therapy attractive. It's new, it's innovative. I strongly believe it's the future of healthcare, and we're just at the start. And people want to join also something which is yeah, I believe the future of healthcare.
Okay, do you attract foreign profiles, or is it only Belgian profiles?
Very good question. I think we deliberately, from the start, we decided to be bilingual. So we're in the Flemish region, so Flemish, of course, is our language, but our working language, it's English. All our documents, all our procedures, we established in the two languages. All the communications we do in English and Dutch. Just because we need that talent from abroad, we are sure we cannot find all the people around us in Ghent or in Belgium, so we need to attract people more widely. And we see that a lot of, for example, at the University of Ghent, you see a lot of PhDs and masters that come from other countries to study here. They stick here, and they see an opportunity to work in a company where English is the mother tongue, not the mother tongue, but the working language. And I think we currently have 20, 30 different nationalities or so in our organization. So that's quite nice also to work in.
How does that work on the leadership part? What kind of a leader are you?
That's a difficult question. So I'm a leader who sets out the direction for the organization and who tries to enable everybody to be successful in what they do. We have a very clear mission. We have a fantastic product. Patients are waiting for our product. Actually, patients are dying for our product. We bring in a lot of people. So I'm setting the direction. This is what we need to do. And we keep the freedom for the people to bring in their expertise in order to get us there. I'm not a specialist in cell therapy. We bring in the specialists in cell therapy, but kind of we make them work together to be successful. And that's kind of my role, setting the direction, showing where we need to go to, and enabling that everybody can be successful, removing roadblocks if they are occurring, and that's the best way towards success in my view.
And surrounding yourself with the right people, with the right profiles.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
So you encourage individual leadership as well.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, talking about working for a company that's based in the US, based in Belgium, how does it work on a European level? Do you collaborate with other countries as well? Or?
I think for the moment, I must say we have been very much internally focused. Our mission was set up our organization, get the right people joining us, and make as fast as possible develop our processes to get the product to patients. But we came to Belgium, we came to Ghent, we came to the technology park in Ghent because there's a lot of innovation happening there. And I think the next step in our mission is to reach out, to use the ecosystem basically that we have here in Ghent and across Europe to further strengthen our activities. So this is really important that we collaborate across the ecosystem for success. And one of the areas we need to collaborate, it's around sustainability. We have a fantastic product, but we work with patients all over the world. So basically what happens, we get the cells from a patient who is based somewhere in a hospital over the world. We bring them these cells to Ghent. We reprogram these cells, which is quite a labor and a labor-intensive process. And once these cells are reprogrammed, we send them back to the same patients. And the reprogrammed cells are going to attack the cancer in the patient. But this process is very lengthy, and transporting the product all over the world, of course, it consumes a lot of energy. We need to operate in our plants in a sterile environment. There are huge clean rooms, so we are very energy intensive. Let's say it like that. So we're looking actively now also to reach out to partners who can help us to make our processes more sustainable.
So the product is the CAR-T. Is it that's the name of the product?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain the difference? I know that you reprogram the cells, but what do the others do then? Because I don't even know what they do in the regular way of trying to cure cancer.
Yeah. So normally, if you compare, there are of course different therapies to treat cancer, but what we do is a very targeted therapy. So everybody has white blood cells, and normally the white blood cells, they are kind of the soldiers in your body. If you get an infection, a bacteria or a virus, they attack that and they destroy it. So what we do is we extract these white blood cells and we reprogram them, and we reprogram them to attack a very specific cancer cell. So when these cells are infused back to the patients, they attack the very specific cancer cells. They look for the cancer cell, they bind with the cancer cell, and the white blood cell destroys them. So it's a very, very targeted therapy. If you compare that with chemotherapy or some other therapies, a lot of cells in your body are attacked. Of course, also the cancer cells, but we work very targeted towards different cancer cells. And basically, you can create a program for every specific cancer cell, because every cancer cell is different. But that requires, of course, a lot of research to find the right key for each cancer cell.
Does it mean that you can only use the patient's own cells? So once they are reprogrammed, it's only for them? So it's hyper-personalized?
Yes, it's fully personalized, fully patient-specific, so it's a fully personalized medicine that we're developing. Hence, a lot of complexity comes with that, because of course you extract the cells from a patient somewhere in the world, and you need to re-infuse, of course, the reprogrammed cells to the same patient, and you need to make sure that along the way there are nothing's happening with these cells, and the cells maintain in good conditions. The cells are living cells, and you need to kind of nurture these cells towards the whole manufacturing process. Very specific, the cells don't stop growing on a Friday evening and start on a Monday morning. So you really need to have a continuous support for these cells to keep them happy, basically.
You babysit the cells from the extraction until you integrate them again into the patient. Now, how long is that process? You were talking about your first patients by the end of the year?
Yeah. So indeed, of course it takes time to extract the cells, to transport them to Ghent to Belgium in this situation, to reprogram them, and then so roughly it takes around a month for that whole process. And the manufacturing process as such, it's also very complicated and as you say, very personalized for one patient. So we are planning to produce our first CAR-T cells for a specific patient the end of this year in December. And this is a huge milestone where everybody has been working very hard basically to make this happen.
So a whole company of 300 people are working on curing one patient. This is amazing. Wow. Now, let's talk maybe a little bit more about sustainability. You already talked about very energy consuming. Energy can be a lot of different things, but I assume that if you work in laboratories, you need energy, you need current, and etc. How do you try to be a sustainable company, and how do you try to diminish or lower all the energy you're consuming?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think first of all, what we did, we've built new facilities. So we've built clean rooms in total around 25,000 square meter, which is huge. And of course, we have built these towards the highest standards currently in the industry. So our construction standards are really, really very high. We also look on using green energy. So for running the facilities, this is kind of the starting point. But then the reality is also, as we are working for one patient, one batch, one patient, we use a lot of disposable materials. Mm-hmm. In normal pharma industry, you make like tablets, you make 100,000 of tablets, you put them in a big vessel of 5,000, 10,000 liters, and you produce them in this equipment. Our equipment for one patient, it's a vessel for 1 liter, basically. And every patient uses their own disposable vessel. Yeah. So this is the challenge we have to make this more sustainable. There's a lot of work to do, and that's where we are actively seeking to work in partnership with companies, for example, who are developing new technologies to recycle those materials to high-grade materials that can be reused again. But we need to admit they're just at the starting point, and there's still a lot to do. Yeah.
So how does the future look for the company? Because you told me one milestone in a few weeks from now. What are the plans for the future?
Yeah, so we are very ambitious in that. Now we have developed a product for treating a specific blood cancer. We're actively researching. Our passion is really to find other real transformative approaches for treating uncurable diseases. So we are investing a lot in R&D. That mainly happens in the US, but also in our branch in China, looking for new ways of treating cancer. And this is a difficult exercise. You need to be very passionate, very resilient, very driven to find these transformative new ways of treating diseases. But we hope to be successful in that and to find other products that we can also bring to patients. So this is really our mission for our company.
Very exciting times. Now, on a personal level, if I may say, I heard that you will leave Belgium and go abroad.
Ah, okay, yeah, you're well informed. Yeah, that's indeed. I'm not leaving Belgium. Actually, in addition to my responsibilities in Belgium, I got the global responsibility in the company for manufacturing and supplying this product to patients. So in Belgium, we are on the mission to grow fast from treating kind of our first patient next month to a couple of thousands of patients, hopefully. But we need to do that globally, and we need to do that in the US. We need to do that in China, because globally there are patients. There are 120,000 patients every year that get the diagnosis of this specific cancer. And there's no treatment for the moment. We have a product, so I was really inspired to what I'm doing now in Belgium to also try to do that on a broader scale and help the US and also in Asia to set up the footprint to serve more patients. So that means, yeah, I'll keep the responsibility for Belgium, which is maybe a little bit my baby, but I need to help also and drive the same growth in mainly in the US. And for me personally, that means that I'll have to move to the US, which is a great opportunity. I've lived in different parts of the world, like in Japan, in Belgium, of course, in Israel, in UK, and now I'll have the experience of working from the US, which I think it's really nice. I like diversity. I like different cultures. I like to work in different cultures. We've created that diverse culture now in Ghent with a lot of nationalities, but I'm really looking forward also to have that personal experience of working and living in the US.
Well, I think, Birk, congratulations are in order then.
Thanks. Thank you.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining us today for this podcast, Birk Vanderweeën. And I wish you a very fruitful road ahead in curing a lot of patients with your CAR-T therapy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.